As we continue to build back better, we are witnessing recovery in the economy, with its rebound being attested by all leading economic indicators. They all point to a stronger economic recovery beginning in the present year. This rebound is a result of the gradual reopening of our economy, especially the service sector, coupled with stronger global demand. This recovery is reflected, as I said earlier, in the strong revenue performance for the quarter ending September 2021, which saw our ordinary revenue increase by 25.8% and amounted to Kenya shillings 441.8 billion, amounting to a collection of Kenya shillings 17 billion above the target that had been set. The first and second stimulus packages were designed by my government to ensure that our economy would endure the shocks occasioned by the lockdown measures implemented in the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. With significant progress registered in the containment of COVID-19, I believe it is now time to shift our focus from survival to coexisting with the disease. And in that regard, my administration will be rolling out the third financial stimulus program designed to accelerate the pace of our economic growth and to sustain the gains that we have already made. I announce, therefore, that effective the 1st of November 2021, new stimulus programs targeting the key productive and service sectors in 13 strategic interventions that cover agriculture, health, education, drought response, policy, infrastructure, financial inclusion, energy, and environmental conservation. The first intervention is the tea subsector. To safeguard the gains made by the tea subsector, the National Treasury will allocate 1 billion shillings to support the fertilizer subsidy for our small-scale tea farmers. The second intervention is in the sugar subsector. To safeguard the livelihoods of farmers within our nation's sugar belt, I direct the National Treasury to allocate an additional 1.5 billion shillings in aid of the sugar sector that will be appropriated towards factory maintenance and payment of farmer arrears. The third intervention is the coffee subsector. In acknowledgement of the pace of the ongoing reforms in the subsector, the National Treasury to allocate 1 billion shillings to the Ministry of Agriculture to be appropriated towards the completion of the ongoing interventions in the coffee subsector. The fourth intervention is the livestock sector. Noting the effects of the ongoing drought situation, the National Treasury to allocate 1.5 billion to support the communities affected by the ongoing drought, especially in our ASAL counties, as part of our national livestock offtake program. The fifth, also applying to the livestock sector, and in order to secure a reduction in the prices of animal feeds, I direct the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, jointly with the National Treasury, to issue within 7 days a framework that will facilitate the reduction of the cost of animal and chicken feeds. The sixth intervention is in education. As I have said earlier, and noting the success of our administration's policy on 100% transition from primary to secondary education, Kenya shillings 8 billion to the Ministry of Education for the CBC Infrastructure Expansion Program. The seventh intervention is in health, and to ensure access to medical coverage across our nation, and as part of our universal health coverage program, the Ministry of Health will move with speed to establish an additional 50 new level 3 hospitals to be situated in non-covered areas and densely populated areas across our nation, and I further direct the National Treasury to allocate a sum of 3.2 billion shillings for the immediate construction of these medical facilities, again using local contractors so that the effect is also felt on the ground uko mashinani. The eighth intervention is the National Sanitation Program. We started this program to harness the energy of our young people and to give them a buffer against COVID-related unemployment. Noting the success of Kazi Mtaani program and its effect in enhancing opportunities for youth across the country, we direct the National Treasury to allocate Kenya shillings 10 billion for the third phase of Kazi Mtaani to be rolled out in all counties, with priority being given to densely populated areas. The above measures should inject an additional 25 billion shillings into our economy.